This is A's Cast Live, your comprehensive look at the Athletics.
Swung on, drive to left field. Did he do it? He did! 4 home runs for Nick Kurtz! He is 6 for 6!
Swing and a drive, deep to left. The A's take the lead in grand fashion.
And 29 other MLB clubs.
Stretch of the pitch to Cal. Swing and a drive, deep to right field. There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino.
Join us as we take you inside the baseball universe from humidors to walk-off dingers.
That swung at a high, deep drive to right. Smith is back. He will not even watch it. And the A's win it on a walk-off by Nick Kurtz.
We have you covered. Spend your afternoon with us, only on A's Cast Live. Here's Chris Townsend.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Depending on where you are listening and watching A's Cast Live, happy Monday. Got a great show for you. I believe we're taking on the White Sox today. Is that correct?
White Sox tomorrow, Halos today.
I got the Halos again.
It's only the 4th time this spring. I think we're playing the Angels.
Kurt Suzuki and the Halos. I believe it's going to be Hall of Fame squared on the broadcast today. Ken Korak and Johnny Doskow, our Hall of Fame broadcasters, will be with us. We'll be talking to Johnny Doskow a little bit later. Who else do we have on the program today?
After his big weekend this weekend, 3 home runs and 3 at-bats, Shea Langeliers will have him, Tyler Soderstrom, and the lefty on the mound today, Jeffrey Springs.
It is hot in Arizona, and the ball is flying. These scores are wow. Everybody's getting fat before the start of the season, and that is good, right? You want all your players. And it kind of leads me into last night's game with the WBC. You want all your players feeling good. You want that confidence because you're about to head into you don't know kind of weather, depending whether you're going to be playing games on the East Coast. We're a West Coast team, so we're probably going to have it warm. But I hear after that we're going to have a heat wave this week. But somebody was trying to sell me that we got rain coming after that.
I didn't look at the weather. I just see that everyone talking about the heat wave that Northern California is going to be hit with, and how it's, and even like in the desert, how hot it's going to be. Like I saw a report that it's going to be like the warmest it's ever been in Northern California for March. It's a
record.
Yeah. Like down here for us in San Jose, it's going to be like 90 something degrees. I think the next couple of days in March, and then I think even in Sacramento it's going to be hotter than in Vegas and Arizona. It's probably
Vegas is beautiful. Vegas this week is going to be Vegas is perfect right now, but Vegas gets into the 90s, and over the weekend, high 90s. Where's our boys going to be in May? Because Mesa's hot.
It's supposed to be like 107 or something.
Mesa's going to hit highs on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of 103, 104, 101. But then it just dips after that.
It's how it is, yeah. And that's why we moved the game. Remember, programming note, Thursday and Friday, both games, 6:10. Here on A's Cast and Talk 650 KSDE, and so A's Cast Live will be on at 4:00 both Thursday and Friday. I believe the game on Friday is on television as well on NBC Sports California against the Cubs. So
that is correct.
So big games coming up this week. Mariners on Thursday, Cubs on Friday. Remember, 6:10 first pitch for both of those.
Yeah, next week we dip right back into the 70s, and then I think someone tried to tell me that there's some storm out in the ocean that's coming our way. We will have rain again, but that's the thing, like. You know, you're going to be our ball club's headed to Toronto. And something that we will talk a lot about as we get closer to that series, and especially on opening day, is you're going to be at the Rogers Center. For you old schoolers, it's a Sky Dome. They're raising the American League pennant. It's going to be sold out. It's going to be raucous there north of the border. Don't know what the weather will be like in Atlanta after that, for the teams. I mean, right now it's not a blizzard, but it is a severe snowstorm going on in the Midwest. Baseball starts in how many days?
I believe Giants-Yankees is next Wednesday.
And we've got a major snowstorm. Like, I saw the news report. They're showing a guy in Green Bay. Can you imagine? I mean, some of you can't because I don't know where you're watching or listening right now, right? Because we got people from all over. But I've been very fortunate. You not so much. But I've been very fortunate that I've spent my entire life in California. And I grew up in San Diego, and then I came here to Northern California, to San Jose, to college, and I've lived here ever since. Obviously, we're going to be living in Vegas soon. And I've never dealt with snow. Like, I've gone to Tahoe, Bear Valley. I've gone to the snow. I've never had to deal with the snow. But for people who have gone through a long winter, I mean, think you've gone through a long, cold winter, and then you're still dealing with snow in March, and then snow hits again in April. I mean, that's got to be rough. When you've been inside, it's cold, you're watching television, you're seeing, you're watching golf on the West Coast. This is one of the only things on. It's, you get to a point early, like January, February, it's college basketball, and then after college basketball, they have golf, and you're watching. Wow, look how beautiful it is at Pebble Beach. Look how beautiful it is in San Diego. Look how beautiful it is in LA. And you're still in snow. And then the PG Tour goes to Florida and go, wow, it's beautiful in Florida. And you're sitting there in snow. Oh, my God. But it's snowing right now in the Midwest. And we're starting baseball in less than 2 weeks.
I had high school baseball games when I lived in Western Pennsylvania. Games canceled in March because of snow. So I know about that.
So that's why you were a terrible player.
Well, besides that, and I struck out a lot. That's what you know. I was a three-true outcome player.
It's all right. Whoa.
Just no. There was always a lot of home runs either.
There's 3 outcomes. You sure one of those outcomes happened a lot?
I had a few homers. That's about it.
All right. So
that's why I'm here with you.
You got to, yeah. So this is why, you want your guys feeling good, right? It's why we have spring training and warm weather. And our guys, right, offensively are just on fire right now. So that is a really good sign. What do we have for guests today?
Sodi, Shea Langeliers, and Jeffrey Springs we can play.
Wow, it's a jam-packed show.
Yeah, Jeffrey Springs on the mound. I think it's the last time we'll see him because our last show is Friday before opening day. So I think this might be the last time we see Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the A's. We saw some roster moves happen. Then what happened with Langeliers this weekend in Soderstrom, it's pretty exciting to see what's going on. And then we'll have, by the way, programming for everyone tomorrow, WBC final tomorrow night. Well, why not bring the voice of the WBC on tomorrow to talk about the game? Mike Farron will be with us.
We're going to get Farron?
Talked to him earlier. Farron will be on tomorrow at 11:15
Did he do the
Pacific.
game last night?
He did, him and Spilly.
Oh, well, then we will be able to get the reaction of South Florida and what it was like, because obviously it's the perfect scenario. It's what we had in the championship game last time. When you have Japan against the United States, it was the great outcome. You had the great outcome last night. Obviously not the championship game. The championship game will kind of be, I'm not going to say a letdown, but it'll be a letdown from last night's action where you got a star-studded Major League Dominican team against a star-studded mostly stars United States team. So it's, yeah, that was incredible. Before I get to that, I got to tell you how I watch the game, because it might be a lot different than a lot of people. But the good thing is that when we see these players like Gabe jump and the moves made yesterday of, okay, guys are now going back down, stop texting me about Leo DeVries being on the big club. Please leave me alone. No one loves Leo more than me. I've been talking nothing but Leo DeVries since we traded for him. We found everything about this kid for you. We've investigated him. I love him. He's going to be a great player for us for a long time. But everybody all of a sudden was like, he's got to be on the big club. And I've been texted so many times by our nut job fans that somehow have my phone number. Stop texting me about Leo DeVries being on the big club. He is not going to be on the big club. But boy, did he show himself well. Gage jump, we already knew. Who else went down?
Bolte.
Henry Bolte showed.
Tommy White.
Henry Bolte is going to be here. He's going to be here. If I can guarantee you he will be here this year.
So here's some of the numbers. Henry,
I don't want to go over all the numbers. Just
Leo DeVries hit 409, Bolte hit 375, Tommy White hit 441.
They all did very, very well. It's really, really good news about our minor league system is strong, and we got guys coming. stop texting me about Leo DeVries.
I do find it interesting about Leo DeVries, and this, I'll just take a second here, that everyone knows like with Jacob Wilson and Jeff McNeil and Max Muncy at third, like Leo has to earn his spot on the roster. How come there's not that national narrative of like, well, how come he's not on the roster? Like we're hearing about Connor Griffin and the Pirates, how they're like, well, he has to be on the roster. Like Leo's actually having a much better spring than Connor Griffin's having for the Pirates. But I think everyone knows that Leo has no spot right to second because the guy's going on. So, but Leo did have a good spring, and we'll see. They're the same age too.
I would say this: international guys are not covered like guys that are taken out of the draft.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
So everybody's been following the draft, and when a guy gets drafted, right? Kurtz gets drafted. Wilson gets drafted. They're plastered all over Baseball America. They're plastered all over all of these different sites about who the top prospects are, right? Like Connor has.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could care less about, no offense, I could care less about your Pirates. But I know who the kid is. Why?
Because he's talked about all the time. And he's the number one prospect, so he's going to get talked about.
Well, when Leo DeVries was 14 years old and A.J. Preller was wrapping him up,
no one was talking about him.
And he signs for, I believe the signing for Leo was $4.2 million. I mean, who knew? Like no one knows. And you just hear about these kids. You don't know about them. So you don't follow them. Who was following Leo DeVries? I mean, the Padres had him hidden. So I see now you got me on this tangent. So this is what happens. Basically, like a guy is just think of like a guy that has horses, and you're the handler of the horses. And the organizations go to the handler, and the handler goes, this horse is going to be really fast. So you go, okay, I want that horse, and I'm going to invest in that horse. It's a little more than that, but I'm trying to be as simplistic as possible. You know, Leo was a part of this group, and Padres went to this group, and this group said, this kid's going to be really special. I mean, the Padres basically had Leo wrapped up since he was 14. So you don't know about him. So all of a sudden he shows up into Padre camp. He signed for $4.2 million. It's not like a kid out of the United States that we're leading to the draft and we have all these different bios on the kids and strengths and weaknesses and, all this kind of stuff. So you learn about these kids, right? And then the draft, you get to see guys play in college, and there's this major buildup for our prospects. The international kids don't get that. So you can have one kid at 19 who's from the United States and one kid 19 who's international. Well, the one kid from the United States, everybody's going to be talking about. Yeah. You could make it, hey, why isn't Leo going to be here? He just raked in. It's okay, though. Let him go to wherever he's going to go. Probably, I'd venture to say, I would actually like to see him go to Midland.
I think that's where he's going to start. I don't think it said in the press release where
barely
he's actually
played
going.
in Midland. He got called up last year to Midland. Yeah, they haven't decided that.
It just says minor league camp. Yeah,
I'd like him because could he go to Vegas? To me, he made that jump up to AA at the end of last year. The reason why I would say AA is I want him to be in a normal environment, because Vegas is not a normal environment. I mean, Vegas in general is not a normal environment, but to be in a normal environment, to not be where balls are flying out. And to just go to Midland, AA, you're 19 years old. And if he's able to go there and succeed, David Force, our general manager, we say it over and over again. Once you hit AA, you're seeing the big leagues. You can skip AAA, but I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to predict anything about his future when he gets here, but I'd send him to AA and say, let's rock from there. And if he starts raking, well, we'll see. But stop texting me.
I would say there's a couple people on the comment line on YouTube saying, I want to be able to text Towny.
No, I don't want you to text.
You can comment here, and I'll relay the message to him. Anything you want to say, you can say it on the YouTube chat.
He should be here. He should be. Folks, he's never – first of all, Max Muncy, it's very hard for me not to say Max Muncy has not won the job at third. What's his numbers?
He's in 410 with 3 homers, 10 RBIs, and in 1,269 OPS, which is third highest on the team.
What do you want him to do? But anyway – Leo has never played third in a professional game. Jacob Wilson has just signed a 7-year deal, was the all-star in the American League. Bobby Witt, by the way.
Are you going to tell me he's a good player?
Bobby Witt when you watch, what was the game I was watching? Was it like 2 games ago? Mexico. Bobby Witt defensively is unreal. He made great plays last night.
He did, yeah.
Bobby Witt, though, in these games against Mexico, well, you're just like that is the case. Like last night's game, I guess we'll just get in. Well, Leo is not going to start the season with the big club, but
it's official.
Last night's game was your typical Major League Baseball game. We had 3 runs scored, all on 3 home runs.
And it took almost 3 hours.
The beauty though, 3. That's the problem with these games, right? 3 runs and it's 3 hours with a clock. Like, how is this possible? And it's why ABS is really hopefully going to be implemented at some point. Because we learned in our big call this year that the cool thing about ABS is that it causes less strikeouts and more balls put into play. Last night's game, you got to see why our guys are so special at the big league level. Defense is these guys are such great athletes. The hand-eye coordination, the athleticism, the movement from left to right. It's just our infielders in Major League Baseball, all 30 teams. These are the best of the best. Julio Rodriguez, Robin the Jack. These are the best of the best when it comes to defense. And it's one of the beautiful things in our game. It's why we need the ball in play. We've been robbed of that with home run, strikeout, walk. Ball in play, you get to see what great athleticism there is out there defensively. Bobby Witt, Julio Rodriguez. You get to see that we got Aaron Judge at 6'8", diving. And, oh, my God, Fernando. Don't even get me started on – if I see another commercial, if I see other people talking about Nando and you go, 3rd inning, Cardinals sending all of baseball. Guy plays like a bonehead at times, but I don't even want to go into that. Nando. But what you got to see last night was beautiful defense. Now, atmosphere was incredible.
I have the highlight going right now. The Aaron Judge throwing out Nando, courtesy of Fox.
Literally,
Joe Davis.
Every coach at every level will tell you, you never make – in a game that is going to be a 1-run game, you talk about the things inside the game that are about the outcome. You never make the 3rd out at 3rd. You're already in scoring position. Does it keep? Oh, you don't have it. Then he flips his hair up. And I was actually watching the game with my buddy Brad Ledwith.
There it is.
Who is a major Padre fan. And I looked at him and I said, that's your guy. Making the Cardinals send 3rd out at 3rd. That's your guy. Padre baseball, that and Manny Machado. And you wonder why you're in it, but you underachieve.
Dave Assay of the Dodgers had a great
Go ahead.
Great tweet. I sent it to you and
yes.
Ray and Michael from our team, and I said it was along the lines of the Dominican Republic team is like the Padres. They celebrate in June or May or whatever it was, something along those lines.
Celebrating the 2nd and 3rd inning.
Yeah, celebrating the 2nd and 3rd inning like the Padres celebrate in May.
Yeah, nobody celebrates like the Padres, man. They've got more handshakes, and they're one of the originators of doing a chain. And then everybody started getting into it. Yeah, no one celebrates like the Padres, who haven't never won the division in this recent, and been to the NLCS. Oh, and then got rid of Bob Melvin. That's the only success they've really had. But yesterday's game, obviously the atmosphere was absolutely electric. That's best case scenario, right? Just like Japan playing the United States or you've got to have these tournaments mean something. You've got to have the United States, and you got to have one of the other great teams. Japan now out. It was the Dominican Republic. I mean, you're not going to be able to replace that, whether it was at Venezuela or who is it left? Venezuela and Italy?
Italy, yeah, tonight.
Yeah, like if you have Italy, United States, it's not going to – this was stars against stars. It was fantastic action. I'm watching it. I don't know if you were like me, but the whole time I'm watching it and I'm going, oh, my God, I need Luis Severino to have a big year for the A's. If we're going to talk about the A's being in the playoffs, Luis Severino's – and the whole time I'm going, oh, my God, he's throwing 99. Oh, my God, every pitch is full.
Here's some. If you're watching on YouTube, I have the highlights from Fox.
He was fabulous. That's the guy we need. This is the guy we need out in Sacramento in 2026.
99. He was hitting 100 at one point.
Oh, and I'm like, oh, this is great, but it's March. It's March. I was so happy when they took him out of the game. Not because I care who won. I was like, get him out of the – how many pitches? 58 pitches? Get him out of the game. Were you watching it like that?
Yeah. Oh, no. Trust me. I was texting my buddies. They're like, oh, Severino looks great. I'm like, just don't get hurt.
Just get him out of the game. Just put him in bubble wrap and get him back to camp. That was the one outcome for me was like, Sevy's done. It would have been his last outing anyway in the WBC because after this, just the championship game. But that's the thing. They showed the average velocity of last year was like 95 point something, and he's pumping 99. You're just like, please, just get him out of the game.
He looked good though. The emotion
looked great.
The emotion he showed at the very end. We've seen that a few times. Pitching
he
sack.
told us, right? He told us playing in front of his home country for the first time ever is going to be. It's huge for these certain teams. This isn't like Team Italy where every guy was born in this country except like 2 or 3 guys.
Pretty much, yes.
Right? Like all these guys are guys who were born and they grew up in the Dominican Republic. So they truly are playing for their country. I get it. Team Japan, you're playing for your country. These guys are all born in Japan. It's a huge thing. But it's March. We have a full 6.5 month grind coming here. So it was great for Sevy, but I'm glad Sevy is okay, looked great, and get him back to camp. Because I know this game was big, and a bunch of people texted me, and you loved it because it's entertainment. We're in the entertainment business. Great game, great atmosphere, great entertainment. You just don't want it to affect your dudes as you're about to start a season. So Sevy looks prime, ready to go. So hopefully we're going to get a Sevy right mindset, ultra competitive. I mean, I don't want to think about like a letdown. I mean, there'll be an emotional letdown. That's just human nature. But he's in a zone ready to go. Maybe this propels him into the best season of his career.
He finished the season strong for us. We went 6-0 in the second half. So I mean, I'd love to see it, especially being the second year in SAC. More comfortable. They have the room built for him now. We've been told. We haven't seen it, but we've been told.
Did you get anything for that room yet? That little pitcher's room in the dugout?
No, I haven't seen anything. Have you?
Are you going to get anything for it to help him out?
Like put in there like pictures or bobbleheads or I don't know. What should we put in there for him?
What'd I say? A lava lamp? Like the old lava lamp?
Should we light some sage?
Was it the lava lamp? Like people, I never had a lava lamp, but everybody that was ripping bong rips back in my day was at a lava lamp.
What about a fog machine?
Maybe get some essential oils and a diffuser in there.
Or sage.
Like what would you like peppermint or lavender? Lavender makes you go to sleep. Something that kind of energizes you and cleans your, that's what we should do. Get David Forrest on the line. My wife's into essential oils. Have my wife go in there and just make it a.
I have a diffuser at home that we don't use anymore. I could donate to put in there.
What if you did that on opening? Like no one saw you go in there and you went in there and you did a little lavender or a little peppermint.
We get an email from David Forrest.
Eucalyptus and put it in there.
David's like, to it, like all staff. Hey, who put the diffuser? We love it. Great idea.
Yeah, great idea. You saved Sevy's season. Sevy, what essential oil are you really into there?
Martine writes a big feature about how it was some random employee putting essential oils in the Sevy room that saved the season.
Commander Cody changes pitching staff.
After I sank the ship day one, he saves the season.
Yeah, New York Times switches. What turned out from a wreck has turned out to a great voyage. The commander leads us to the championship. I mean, can you imagine you're going to be on Fox during the World Series? Well, I had this diffuser, and I just...
Joe and John, thanks for pleasure to be here. Yeah, so I had this essential oils and diffuser at home. My wife and I don't use anymore, and I figured, hey, what the hell? Let's put it in the Sevy room.
Everybody, when they get essential oils in the beginning, they think it's going to fix the world. Everybody, every oil, there's an oil for everything, right? When your wife gets into it, and then all of a sudden you start looking up and go, we never even use this stuff anymore. Remember when you thought every oil was going to change life? Funny how that happens. But anyway, Sevy looked phenomenal. And that is a very, very, very good sign. Also, I don't know what the future is going to look like, but, and I don't know if you can even change it at this point, but however we could get this away from March and get it into the summer. Don't know how we do that. That's not my job. My job is A's. My job is not to fix Major League Baseball. But if we could somehow, because we have seen, and I think it'll always be in our minds, we're seeing that when we saw that Four Nations and we were down at spring training, we're down in the desert where hockey failed. We can say the Phoenix Coyotes failed, right?
Yeah, no, they're now in Utah's, the Mammoth.
It didn't work. So hockey failed, but that Four Nations thing, everybody was talking about it. How do we get that or what we had last night into the summer? Because if you had that game last night in July, when it's by itself, it's the only thing, and people are now knee deep into baseball. I mean, that game was on FS1 last night. I mean, that game needs to be on Fox.
Tough break, too, what it's going up against. Oscars were on last night.
Totally. Like us baseball people were watching it, but were non-baseball people watching it? Because non-baseball people were watching U.S.-Canada on NBC. That was it Sunday morning or Saturday morning?
Sunday morning, I believe it was on.
Remember? Everybody watched that. Like, everybody was like, talking about how they got up. A bunch of guys there had their families. Like, everybody was watching that. Us baseball dorks were watching last night, but were the non-baseball dorks watching it? That's what you need in those events. You need the non-baseball dorks to be watching it. We're all baseball dorks. We can admit it, right? Eno Saris was watching that game last night. My wife, no chance. We need my wife. We already got Eno. We need my wife, right? My wife watched the hockey with me, right? People's kids were watching that. We could probably have that in July. I got an idea. I don't know if it'll work. Boy, we got a great show for you today. Shea Langeliers, who's red hot. Tyler Soderstrom, who's been hot all spring long. Towny, he's going to be, if you haven't, most people haven't drafted yet for fantasy baseball, right?
Not that I know of. I haven't. So that's one person, for sure hasn't. So yeah, you got, a lot of people haven't. Most people draft like a week or so for the season.
Great show for you today. And can we make this thing even better? Next, right here on A's Cast Live.
The time is now. Grab your sunglasses, A's gear, and get ready for some fun in the sun. Spring training is back as the Athletics get ready for the 2026 season. Now's the time to make plans to catch us in Mesa, Arizona, and enjoy the sunshine of your family and friends. Grab your tickets for the best seats at the lowest prices as your green and gold take on the Dodgers, Giants, Cubs, Padres, and more at Ho-Ho-Cam Stadium. Don't wait. Get your tickets at athletics.com/spring. That's athletics.com/spring.
Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 season tickets at the A's Ballpark in Las Vegas for just $19.01. The amount honors the founding year of the Athletics franchise in 1901. By joining the priority list, you'll get an early opportunity to grab season tickets before they go on sale to the public, while also supporting youth baseball and softball programs across Southern Nevada. To secure your spot, visit athletics.com/Vegas.
Unlock offers and receive exclusive in-game features by downloading the MLB Ballpark app for iPhone and Android today. Plus, get the latest information on game time, schedules, and more. The A's YouTube page is your go-to destination for A's video content. Get access to great highlights, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, classic games, A's Cast Live, and more. Visit youtube.com/athletics.
Baseball is back and big league action has never been more affordable. For a limited time, grab your tickets to see the A's in West Sacramento for just $8. That's right, only $8 for select games this April and May. Catch the showdowns against the Royals, Cardinals, and American League West rivals, the Mariners and the Rangers. Whether it's a midweek getaway or an afternoon at the park, don't miss your chance to see your A's for less than the price of a ballpark snap. Tickets are moving fast. Head to athletics.com, that's athletics.com, to secure your seats today. American League Rookie of the Year Nick Kurtz joined Chris Townsend on A's Cast Live to discuss his historic 2025 campaign and becoming the first Athletic to win the award since 2009.
Yeah, it was awesome. When it kind of got announced, we were all in Hawaii together. Willie was in the same room as me when we were on the show, so that was really cool to kind of celebrate, as a team.
When you look back, what do you think of when you look back in this Rookie of the Year season? You had the monstrous game in Houston, historic game. What are the things that you really reflected on?
Just kind of the whole year as a whole. When you look at any kind of season, you have the parts where you feel really good at the plate. You have the days where you feel really bad, and then the majority is you're just trying to do what you can do that day to put the ball in play and get a base hit. It's not a good day if you don't get the team win as well. So that's kind of what I've reflected the most about is, yeah, I did all these great things, but it's got to lead to October. And that's the most important thing.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletic.
A's Cast Live continues from the studio. Here's Chris Townsend.
I love how fans can interact with us on YouTube. All right, so what are they saying on YouTube?
One of our fans said he's looking at 2 lava lamps right now. They're awesome. That's a good one.
So lava lamps are still in?
If they're not, I think you're trying to bring them back. It's like, well, these kids now are bringing back things that were cool when I was a kid.
My buddy Woody gave me a lava lamp for our wedding. And, yeah, he was a hippie lettuce guy. And my wife was like, I remember she opened up and she went, he really gave us a lava lamp? I wish I still had that lava lamp 25 years later.
I bet you has a lava lamp.
You know what? I would give the lava lamp to the room.
You know who has a lava lamp, I would assume, at home? Can you not see Johnny having a lava lamp?
I could see Nate the Great having a lava lamp.
Oh, true. Yeah. He probably has a fog machine, too.
Do they still make lava lamps?
How
much is a lava lamp?
Well, if you go to, all right, we're on Amazon right now. $40 on Amazon.
Oh, my God. Sevy, we got you, bro.
We should have one. We should put one in.
We got you, Sevy. We got you. That's what we should do for the fan base is say, all right, send us your ideas for decorating this pitcher's room in the A's dugout in Sacramento. Send us your ideas. What's the best to get you into your zen, whatever you're into your zone? What do you do legally? What do you do to get into that zone?
Should we give you one of the gardens where you have the rake with the sand and you're raking the sand and making the waves? I tried that before.
And it has like the little the water, so it makes that little stream noise.
Yeah. Zen garden. Thank you, Nate. Zen garden. Yeah, I tried
Zen
I tried the
garden?
mini one before. I didn't have the patience at the time, but I do like the idea of that. Like that's something you could do. You could do a meditation in there. I'm a big meditation guy. You could listen to just meditation music or something that calms you down. I mean, there's so many different things that people do to, zone in on something. Lock in, as Steph Curry says about getting ready for a basketball game, to, locking in.
Did you have posters in your room when you were a kid?
Yes, I did, actually. Well,
who was on your wall?
Well, a lot of really bad Pittsburgh Pirate athletes because they were bad. But I had wrestling, big Stone Cold fan. Today's 316 day, so, I mean. There's obviously women that are on my wall, but this is a family-friendly program, so we won't get into it.
I mean, they were clothed, I assume.
Yes, my family was they're family-friendly family, so I couldn't have that kind of stuff.
Find out who Sevy's favorite pitcher all time is, and if they still make posters of that guy, maybe put a poster of that guy up.
Just put pictures of Dallas Bradenhall in the room. There
put Nolan Ryan up with the blood coming down.
with Ventura in the headlock or no?
Yeah, just the blood coming down when he's on that great picture of Nolan Ryan and the blood's coming off of his. That wasn't from the Ventura, so he got hit in the lip and he's got blood coming down. Put that up on the wall with the lava lamp and the little stream in Zen Garden. Maybe some cactuses.
Someone said green and gold lava lamp. Someone said I could listen to Cody's voice with some incense burning in the background. Thank you for the compliment. That's a weird visual, but
I like the one where it says we need Sevy to feel Sacramento to feel like South Florida. Just bring that Dominican glove with the Dominican cleats. I don't care. I don't care what you wear. Pitch like you did last night.
Yeah.
He did, though. If you remember, Sevy early in the season had one of the best games when he went 8 in. We didn't realize how good Milwaukee was, but early in the season, he went 8 innings. He should have closed it out. But we had to get Mason Miller in there. But he could have had a complete game. I think it would have been a shutout where he just mowed down the Brewers. It was our only win in Milwaukee, and he was fabulous. We need that guy to show up.
So I'm trying not to laugh, but one of the comments was, I thought Pujols was going to pinch hit for himself.
Does this mean Albert Pujols is not a good manager in exhibition?
That's like,
and by the way, should you? I think I've asked this question. Are you really a manager when you're in an exhibition? It's an exhibition.
That's a good question.
I mean, you're a coach, and you're not even really a coach. It's an exhibition. It's like when the dad has the 12-year-old all-stars, and we're taking the all-star team. He's a skipper. Get the hell.
He's got dirt in his spikes.
I mean, seriously, these guys are managers. It's an all-star team. When do you? Well, let's see. We're gonna put Machado at third. That's a tough call. Soto's gonna be in there. Hey, I'll never. If there's one guy in that Dominican team, well, actually two guys. Well, Camanero's bad. He's a bad man. He's gonna.
He's good.
We saw that in Tampa. If Tampa was playing in that yard like forever, he put up his numbers being. He's the dude. But Juan Soto, you can't. I mean, because here's the thing. I can't remember the young lady's name, but she was the one going around. Is the WBC or the World Series matter more? I mean, tired, but you're not going to say anything about Soto's won a World Series, and Soto's been has been a beast in the postseason. I mean, he was good for the Yankees in the World Series run.
You can call Juan Soto all you want, but he's a champion.
Can't say, and then what Guerrero did last year for Toronto.
Yeah.
Now, Guerrero wasn't traditionally great in the postseason, but last year he was a beast. Can't say anything about him. Your guy, Julio Rodriguez, he ran the home run. I went, checked the box score. Yeah, he finished the WBC hitting 167. What did he finish last year's postseason? It was like 200. I mean, he hit some home runs. That's Julio Rodriguez. He's a big kid. And I have nothing against Julio Rodriguez. It's the Mariner fan base attacked me last year because it was the very first series of the year. Shooty Babbitt's calling him a superstar, and we're on NBC. We're also on A's Cast, but for some reason, Mariner fans got the clip of me going, superstar? Superstar? And they're like, he's a superstar. I'm like, okay.
Well, did you know
he could be. Julio Rodriguez could be someday be a superstar. But right now, a superstar. And that's when I really off air started attacking Shooty going. And I went to his roots of Oakland and the A's. I went, Vita Blue, that was a superstar. Vita Blue's on time. Vita Blue's just not on Sports Illustrated. Vita Blue's going on Carson. He's on Time Magazine. Everybody knew Vita Blue. That's a superstar. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's right. But, yeah, your guy Julio hit 167.
Well, I believe you told me last year after that you said that Kyle Raleigh would hit 60 home runs, and you predicted that right. So that's why Julio wasn't a superstar.
It's still a catcher hit 60 home runs and didn't win MVP.
It's all right, Aaron. Well, it's because he plays in the Pacific Northwest, not the upper Northeast.
If he played in New York, they would have a statue for him this season. Right? Can you imagine?
Every day would be Kyle Raleigh Day.
If Kyle Raleigh did what he did last year as a Yankee, they would be celebrating that all year long. The most historic year as a catcher. We've had Yogi Berra, Jorge Posada, and Kyle Raleigh. They would be celebrating it like he's the greatest player of all time if he did that in New York. I mean, that year he had last year. Oh, what you made that? You had the big hot take. He won't hit 60 this year.
My buddy texted me the other day. He goes, he's due for regression. I said, as Towny would say, that's a hot take.
Yeah, it's a hot. He only hits 55.
I said he wouldn't.
Come on.
I said he wouldn't hit 50.
Okay, he hits 44.
He's gonna hit a hood over 40.
I mean, my God,
he'll solve the most in the league for catchers. I believe.
I don't know if this ship is too far down. I should say cars too far down the road here. But what last night showed you is that if we could eliminate some of the teams, no offense to the great Dusty Baker from Sacramento, one of the legends of Sac. When you recently, like last year, we had Steve Sachs at his house, Dusty Baker comes over. I mean, that's Sacramento royalty right there. But when you have Dusty Baker managing a team that has like one big leaguer, I don't think they need to be in the tournament. No offense. And now I get the World Baseball Classic. We'd have to rename it, I guess, but the hockey has the right blueprint. Chris Carey's weighed in with an idea.
He did, yeah.
The great Chris Carey.
Chris Carey said, and let me pull up the text here. He believes in texting, not YouTube chat, which we appreciate. Chris Carey. He'll be on the show tomorrow.
Well, he's like, I'm not going to be a YouTube chat. I'm Chris Carey.
I'm a TV guy. Start the WBC pool play during spring training. Have quarterfinals and semifinals after the first 2 months of the season. Have the WBC final during the All-Star weekend in whatever host city it is in. Full package.
That's already too much for me.
Yeah, I told him. I said, it seems, I like it, but it seems a little spaced out because who's going to remember what happened?
We're moving players. It's already too much. Getting back to Brian Rolap. Is that his name?
Rolap, yeah.
The new
PGA
guy,
Tour.
The main dude for the NFL who negotiated all the TV contracts, ran the NFL Network, the digital and everything, who's now the president of the PGA Tour. The golf has this thing called the FedEx Cup, and he's already admitted, too complicated. Fans can't follow it. Fans can't follow the world rankings, all this, they can't follow it. Too complicated. You need to simplify. We're fans. We've got lives. We got jobs. We've got whether you're married or you're not married, you got relationships, you got kids, you got friends, you got family. We have lives. We don't have time to follow your every little thing in sports. Make it. That's where I tell you, football figured it out years ago and said everything's about one thing, the Super Bowl. So you all know from the draft, the combine, draft, camps, start of the season, all they talk about is one thing, road to the Super Bowl. Everything's the road to the Super Bowl. That's easy to follow. Like the NCAA tournament now. It's like too complicated. Miami of Ohio only lost one game, and now they're in a playing. Like,
don't get me started.
Yeah, it's like make it simple. We're gonna have to lop off a bunch of teams. Sorry,
there's 20 in the tournament right now for the World Baseball Classic.
Do we need 20 teams playing all? I mean, what we're suggesting may not be what's best money-wise, because once again, this is the one thing the owners and the players agree on, because the players union and the owners put this thing on together, sing kumbaya, make a lot of money off it. It's a cash grab. But for us, the fans, what you saw last night, what we saw last time, 3 years ago, when it was Japan against the United States and Ohtani striking out Trout, yeah, you love it when it's the main event. Like if the United States is not in this thing, you don't have last night, right? If the star-studded Dominican team's not in it, you don't. Last time around, you don't have Ohtani in it, and Team Japan, it doesn't have the same juice. You only have the juice in these tournaments is if the right teams make it. Well, that's what the Four Nations is in the NHL. They rig it. We got the 4 teams. We know where it's going to be littered with stars on every team. You get your Swedes, and you get them against the Russians, and you get them against the Canadians. You know that everybody playing is going to be legit. You're not having to jerry-rig rosters. We could do that. And, I mean, it would be tough at this point because how this thing's progressed. But how badass. Because we looked it up. When they do the Four Nations in hockey. So who is it? It's the Russians?
No, I think last year it was Sweden, Finland, Canada, and U.S.
Okay. There. Well, we asked the Russians?
I think there's some reasoning behind that. I mean.
Oh, wow.
Well, remember, Russia wasn't in the Olympics either.
You're going political. All right, whatever. If we took this down to 4, and you did Dominican, you did Japan, you did us, who would be the 4th?
Japan, Dominican, U.S. Venezuela has some good players. Can maybe look at them. They're in the semifinal against Italy tonight.
We're not beaned up with Team Italy. You got to go.
Yeah, sorry, Vinny.
Sorry,
Pasquantino.
You're all a bunch of American guys anyway.
If I had to choose one,
Team Canada. You're at.
I'd probably go Venezuela.
All right, we go Venezuela. That's our 4.
Because I'll.
And is it correct? We did this before the show. We looked it up. In the Four Nations, they played 4 games.
Yeah, they let's see. U.S. played 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there was 4 games they played
So
total.
Canada and the U.S. played in the championship, and they played 4 games.
Yep.
We play baseball. That could be the All-Star break. 4 games. It could be 4 games in 4 days. So if people freak out about scheduling and everything, we could be 4 games and 4 games in 5 days. Do you know how badass that would be in the summertime? We'd have to rename it but we'll just call it, the 4 nations in baseball. The Big 4. I don't know what you call it, but the merch you would sell, because I'm not sure the World Baseball Classic, the merch you would sell on this. And when you would have guaranteed, have them all play each other. I'm watching Japan DR. If it's summertime in July, I'm watching that. I would watch Japan versus the Dominican Republic. Hell yeah, I would. Yamamoto going up against that lineup, I'm watching. Chinese Taipei, not so much. Australia, not so much. But if you give me the Big 4, like a final, we love the 4. The Final 4 created a brand, right?
Yes.
And it's been around forever, and it is a great brand, the Final 4. And then hockey got in college. They call it the Frozen 4. Like to have hey, these are the 4, and it works. So if we had whatever the Big 4 in the world play in a baseball tournament in the summertime when everybody is mid-season form, oh, wow, that would be incredible. Because we, as sports fans, we love our seasons. Even though sports want to have the full calendar 365, we check out for football season. The NBA knows it. That's why the NBA basically says, we'll go primetime on Christmas Day. The PGA Tour is now saying we can't be battling the NFL. Baseball is it starts to warm up. It's baseball season. We love that. And really for us, in a lot of ways, baseball it's after the college basketball because we love watching. At this time of the year, I don't watch college basketball basically all year long. Well,
not true anymore.
That's not true anymore. I've been an ACC honk all year long. I've watched every ACC team. It's because my daughter. But outside of the ACC, I could care less. But now I'm into college basketball. It's great. The tournament's awesome. It's incredible watching these kids, all these last-second shots. We love the tournament. Once the tournament ends, most people oh, all right, it's baseball season. So a Final 4, a Summer 4, a Big 4, United States, Japan, Dominican Republic, Venezuela would be incredible.
And we're open for suggestions on the last team. You could probably say Puerto Rico, maybe even too, with Venezuela. We're open for
make Puerto Rico. If you're good enough to play, you can play on Team USA. You're part of us. Don't complicate it.
I'll stick with Venezuela.
You get 4.
I don't see I just did the Final 4. I did 3 of the 4 that are in the World Baseball Classic final, except for I substituted Japan for Italy.
And if you need to extend because you want to make it a little bit bigger and extend the All-Star break by a couple days, and you're playing, you could have 2 games a day. It could be incredible. Like what you had last night on steroids. Bring in Victor Conte and get some PEDs into this thing and let's go. Now you'd have everybody's interest, right? I like that idea. I understand where Chris Carey's going.
Yeah.
Right? You got to simplify it, make it simple. Hey, these are the 4 countries we're playing. Let's go.
Because it's going to be interesting because, we talked about a little before we came on that in 2028, when the Olympics are happening, we may see major league players playing that. There's going to be 6 teams, and the U.S. is already in as the host nation. I believe Venezuela and Dominican are in as they qualified. So we're looking for 3 more spots. So you have 6 total teams in the Olympics, but also there's going to be an extended break there because of the All-Star game being on the West Coast, and it's proximity to LA, so it might be San Francisco. So that could work out. And then you could have something in there where,
Did you say 2028 is the All-Star game?
Well, the Olympics, 2028.
Oh. But they're looking for a venue in 2020. They haven't announced it yet?
Evan Drellick, our friend from The Athletic, says he believes it could be the front runner might be San Francisco.
What about Vegas?
Yeah. I know they've mentioned San Francisco before.
Once Vegas is in the fold, we're seeing it with the NFL. They have the draft there already, the Super Bowl already. The national championship is going to be in Vegas. The Final Four is going to be in Vegas. Like
WrestleMania is there in a few weeks.
There's 150,000 hotel rooms. There's everything you need. Every party event and every casino can host something. I mean, it's the perfect place to. But whatever, Vegas is the perfect place to have these big events. But yeah, the All-Star game will be in Vegas quick. Major League Baseball can't wait to have the All-Star game there.
Well, there's a lot of big things happening potentially with Vegas too. NBA is looking at expansion. Could happen quicker than we think.
When are they saying?
They're supposed to have some board of governors meeting next week, and they want to have play start in Vegas and Seattle by 2028, 2029. That's what Sham Sharani of ESPN was reporting earlier. I saw that on Twitter and on ESPN's webpage. So,
yeah, it's like so many people didn't read the room. Sometimes you got to read the room, and you're seeing what these teams are saying or what these leagues are doing. Major League Baseball knew, got to have a team in Vegas. NBA knows, got to have a team in Vegas. Like, they understand. I mean, there's going to be the doubters, but you're like, you just don't get it. You don't get it.
This is a cheap shot on the YouTube chat when we were talking about, Vegas potentially getting the All-Star game. San Francisco's used to being the runner-up. Wow, that is a cheap shot. Bryce Harper wanted it. He said he was close to San Francisco. Arson Judge almost came. Carlos Correa was a Giant until he wasn't. The Warriors almost got Giannis, but he didn't want to come here.
You remember the Giants won 3 World Series, and it seems like so long ago.
It was 12 years ago.
And like I said, it wasn't really all that celebrated. Like, they celebrated, but like no one else really celebrated outside of baseball. And everybody's like, now it's like the Giants went from winning 3 World Series to now it's like, oh yeah, they got no chance. They got no chance.
That was very good.
That was.
The YouTube chat is a distraction, but it's also funny at the same time.
That was very. How'd you feel about your guy Paul Skeens? Like, were you kind of grit? Like, it's like awesome. He's out there, but are you like, oh my God?
I thought it was heroic what he did.
Oh, you're proud to be an American today because of what Paul Skeens did?
Well, not only because he went to Air Force Academy, but him and his 4 1/3 giving up 6 hits.
You mean he left the Air Force Academy to go to LSU on a money deal?
Don't let facts get in the way of a good story.
He left an academy. He left his country to go to the Bayou for a cash grab. Maybe he is perfect for the WBC.
Griffin Jacks also went to the Air Force Academy too. So, but no, I enjoyed watching Skeens. I mean, you have the best pitcher in baseball right now. Am I going on a limb saying he's the best pitcher in baseball right now? Pitching for Team USA to go for a chance to play in the final.
Sevy went toe-to-toe with him yesterday. Bite your tongue.
Best United States pitcher and best international pitcher were on the mound last night. That's fair.
No offense, Yamamoto.
He stunk the other day.
World Series MVP.
He was good, but he stunk in that game the other day.
Steve Phillips, former GM, SiriusXM, MLB Network, said it best. It's great. You just want everybody else's players to play in it. I mean, it's so dead on, isn't it? Like, I'm just like watching it going, oh my God, Sevy's like, this is all out. This is all, and it's awesome. Good for him, but Jesus, it's March.
The only thing I wish I could have seen more of, and maybe I'm being biased as an A's fan and A's employee, would you rather see, and I love Bryce Harper. But would you rather see him playing first or Nick Kurtz? Harper's hitting 167.
You're asking me?
General, I mean, I'm asking you, but I'm also asking everyone else. Would you rather? I have
to choose my words wisely because I have a feeling Bryce Harper is going to end up with us at some point.
I mean, I get it. I told you I have Bryce Harper shirts at home. I love Bryce Harper.
Remember, you have Bryce Harper shirts?
He's an ad, yeah. When I went to the Home Run Derby, I bought a Bryce Harper shirt when he was there.
Why?
Because I like Bryce Harper.
Why?
He's
what?
He was a good player. Still is a good player. 2-time MVP.
I could see Bryce Harper.
He plays for the Phillies, so I don't like him that much.
I could see Bryce Harper being a Las Vegas Athletic. So people will clip this and then come back. Remember when you said this years ago? So you have to choose your words. Why? I think there is no question. If we're saying, what do I want to see representing the United States of America? If you're saying our best players, there is no question right now I would rather see Nick Kurtz. And that has nothing to do with the A's, has nothing to do with Harper and the Phillies. I mean, I don't know exactly how the team is picked, how much Mark DeRosa and there's a committee, who's picking who's pick. I mean, but right now, can you imagine watching the big fella playing first base and going up there and being like game on. I mean, who in baseball wouldn't want to see Nick Kurtz representing the United States of America playing first base right now? Bryce Harper is there because of the past. Still a good player. A lot of controversy this offseason when Dave Dombrowski, the GM, basically said, I don't know if we really need him anymore.
He's not elite or whatever he said it was.
And that's the problem with a 13-year contract, right? Bryce Harper's always been a little too much of the I want you to love me, because he's been, in a lot of ways, the prodigy kid. The prodigy kid's kind of tough to love, right? Nationals, leaves the Nationals. Nationals then win the World Series without him. And he's always like, Mr. Philly, and he's putting the fanatic on his cleats and his headband. And, I do it for this. He's always, love me, love me, love me. Do they? I don't know how much they love him. But, yeah, I would like to see Nick Kurtz.
There will be a Nick Kurtz question. Though I told you we could play.
Well, we're gonna have questions today
for Johnny, and then Johnny's gonna take off his broadcaster hat and put on his baseball fan cap and answer these hard hitting questions that I saw in an ESPN article. And Kurtz is one of them. I don't want to spoil it, but there is a Nick Kurtz question in there. So people are not just us.
Hey, Nick Kurtz is a guy that, however the WC, it's going to proceed the way they're doing it. We're bringing up an example how to make it bigger and better to have more people enjoy it. There's a good chance Nick Kurtz will be the first baseman for the next couple of WCs for Team USA.
Yeah, we're already seeing Bobby Witt Jr. in there. He's still young. We're seeing
Bobby Witt's amazing.
We're seeing Roman Anthony. He hit a home run yesterday. Like, we're seeing young players who are great players in Major League Baseball. Why not have Nick Kurtz there next time?
Does Roman Anthony fit the billing from the movie Moneyball when they start talking about a player? He's got a great jaw. He looks the part.
Good face.
Good face. It's Roman Anthony. He's big. He's a super good looking guy. He fits it all. I mean, Roman Anthony is like, can
he hit?
Yes, he can hit. He's got a good face. Ball pops off his bat. You can hear it all around the ballpark.
5 tools time. Good looking ball player.
Good looking.
All right.
Does he not fit that from Moneyball? He's what they're talking about.
He gets on base.
He does.
You don't have the one. He's got his jaw. He's got a.
I don't think I have that one.
Oh yeah, the ball pops. The old guy ball pops. Rings all over the ballpark.
It's somewhere in here. There's so
you got to get your money.
Ball explodes off his bat. Can't hit the curveball.
Oh yes, he can. You got to do better with your scouts drops.
I mean, he's the kind of guy who walks into a room. He's already been there for 2 minutes.
Okay, I didn't say that. That's from Moneyball. I had nothing to do with that. But probably he's Roman Anthony. Yeah. And he's got the great game. He's got the great name too, right? If you're a Red Sox person, how do you not like the Roman? I remember when Roman Anthony got called up, my buddy who's a Red Sox guy sent me the thing. Red Sox Nation was already putting out, the Roman Empire is here. I mean, come on, it just fits.
The questions being asked now are how much do you think Boston fans think about the Roman Empire now?
I hate the Red Sox. Can't stand them. But you know what? If I was a Red Sox fan, I'd love I love Kurtz and Wilson and Shea Langeliers. How I love our guys, it's the same way I feel about him.
Yeah.
This kid's going to be something special. All right, coming up next, who we playing?
Let's do Langeliers.
Shea Langeliers on fire next, right here, A's Cast Live.
Baseball is back, and big league action has never been more affordable. For a limited time, grab your tickets to see the A's in West Sacramento for just $8. That's right, only $8 for select games this April and May. Catch the showdowns against the Royals, Cardinals, and American League West rivals, the Mariners and the Rangers. Whether it's a midweek getaway or an afternoon at the park, don't miss your chance to see your A's for less than the price of a ballpark snack. Tickets are moving fast. Head to athletics.com, that's athletics.com, to secure your seats today.
Looking to stay up to date on all things A's? Head over to athletics.com/A'sCast. That's athletics.com/A'sCast to listen to A's baseball in full 24/7 coverage of the A's, only on A's Cast. With a single click, you can stream great shows, live pre- and post-game coverage, and of course, all the great action of the A's this season. Head to athletics.com/A'sCast today.
Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 season tickets at the A's ballpark in Las Vegas for just $19.01. The amount honors the founding year of the Athletics franchise in 1901. By joining the priority list, you'll get an early opportunity to grab season tickets before they go on sale to the public, while also supporting youth baseball and softball programs across Southern Nevada. To secure your spot, visit athletics.com/Vegas.
Tyler Soderstrom joined Chris Townsend to talk about his breakout 2025 season, his new 7-year contract extension, and his commitment to the future of the Athletics.
There was some conversation right at the end of the season last year with what they were planning to come to us with. So we had a good idea. I knew that they were going to come to us with something in November, and they came with their first offer. Everything is a negotiating process, so there was that whole process. My agent, Garrett Parcell, did a great job at Paragon Sports of kind of let me and my wife and my family just kind of sit back and let them kind of handle all of the whole process of it. And we ended up coming to terms. So it was something that I wanted to do. I love this organization. I got drafted by them. My relationships that I've built, that's what's important to me. So I'm just excited, to be here for the long term. And, like I said, just super blessed.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletics or listen at athletics.com/A'sCast. Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 A's season tickets in Las Vegas for just $19.01, honoring the franchise's 1901 founding year. Join the list for early ticket opportunities and support youth baseball and softball in Southern Nevada. Visit athletics.com/Vegas.
The A's YouTube page is your go-to destination for A's video content. Get access to great highlights, exclusive behind-the-scenes.
A's Cast Live continues from the studio. Here's Chris Townsend.
Well, we had mentioned how Cal Raleigh had an unbelievable year last year. And what maybe a lot of people don't realize is that the guy that may have had the best second half in baseball was Shea Langeliers. Came off the DL and then just raked. Why
I was going to tell we just do the ID before we throw to Shea.
Let's pause for station identification right here on A's Cast. His second half was just unreal. And you do need to realize that there's just certain times that players hit a certain age where everything comes together. Mind, body. And that's kind of Shea Langeliers right now. And we call that your prime years. And that's where Shea Langeliers is. You have his last year.
Yeah, his second half, he hit 328 with 19 homers, 41 runs driven in, a 1,018 OPS, and 57 games.
So I wasn't lying.
No, he was unreal.
He had a 1,000 OPS as a catcher. That's what makes what Kyle Raleigh did. He was a catcher. Catchers show up to the ballpark. Catchers got to be in pitchers' meetings. They got to meet with the starting pitcher. They got to go over all this stuff, the opposing lineup. This is a thing also that we don't get into a lot, and we should, since bullpens mean so much in baseball. He's got to know who's available in the bullpen that night. He's got to prepare. All he's doing is preparing for defense all day long. Meetings, video, data, what are their hitters, who are their hitters, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what are my pitcher strengths and weaknesses, how are we going to attack? Scott Emerson, like, for example, every single time we have Scott Emerson on, a lot of times we have to tape it because we have to do it around what? His meetings.
Exactly.
Tell him you got to book it.
Yeah, I'll text him like the day before, and he's like, "Hey, can we do it at like 3:15? I have a meeting. I have a 4 p.m. meeting." And he usually does like 30 minutes with us, so he's like, "I want to make sure I have enough time." But yeah, I have a meeting at 4, or I have a meeting at 4:15. Like, there's always a meeting that he has to do, and that's what their days are like.
Yeah, so you have these guys meeting all day long. Well, Shea Langeliers has to be a part of this. So all he does all day long is prepare for defense, and yet I haven't mentioned once getting ready to be an offensive player. That's how much responsibility. A catcher has more responsibility than anybody else on the roster. And then he's got to prepare himself as an offensive player. That's the case I tried to make for Cal Raleigh. Obviously, Aaron Judge is the dude. He is great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's incredible. But Aaron Judge doesn't have to do all these meetings. Aaron Judge just has to get himself ready. A catcher has to get himself ready defensively and the pitchers and get ready for the bullpen and know the opposing team and do all the preparation, I guess would be the word I'm looking for. The preparation is every single day. It's a lot. And then you got to get ready as a hitter. And you have a 1,000 OPS in the second half. Shea with Scooble, that game.
Yeah, the Grand Slam, yeah.
I mean, Shea was phenomenal. He is in his prime, and he joins us on A's Cast Live.
Langeliers with us here on A's Cast. We have just had the big photo shoot here in Mesa, Arizona, and something that we have never seen before. He brought in his dogs. How did that go?
Yeah, it went good. Just talked to Mark and the rest of the crew, and we're like, I think it'd be cool to get some pictures with the dogs, and they made it happen. So it was really cool.
And this is like lights are going on, music is going on. How did the Bulldogs, right?
They're Frenchies.
Yeah, how'd the French Bulldogs do?
They did good. They were a lot more calm than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be super, overly excited, but they handled it pretty good.
Well, I mean, last year was a dream season for you. The second half was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I mean, the way the offense went, the way you went, the way the pitching staff got better. Yeah. Just when you reflect on 2025, what did you think about this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it there. It's just kind of continuing to get better each year, right? Like we grew from 23 to 24, and then reflecting on the 25 season, we grew from 24 to 25. So that's kind of the goal. Like obviously the end goal is to win a World Series and to be, World Series champions. And we're growing to that. We're getting better each and every day. And we're really just coming together as a group. And you can kind of see that now. You feel it around here. You feel the energy. It's a really close group, and that's what we're getting ready for this year is a championship-style season.
I know you like to talk about your pitching staff, so when I tell people the last 2 months of the season, the A's had the best bullpen ERA. They were the best bullpen, and you traded Mason Miller. People go, that's crazy, but it just showed the progress, and you look at the starters. When you're in there right now in the clubhouse, how excited are you for this top to bottom, this pitching staff?
Super excited. Just the guys that were already here, that were with us last year, the guys that we brought in, we're meshing together really well. It's guys that like to be around each other, like to work hard. And right now it's just, it's getting on the same page, getting ready for the season. Every game we have in spring training is an opportunity for me to understand them to understand me, understand how we want to attack and game plans and stuff like that. So we got these next 6 weeks or however many days it is to get ready for that.
This is why I tell people all the time that catchers mean so much. It's more than just the numbers. It's why I said Cal Raleigh should have won the MVP. People don't realize the team meetings. People don't realize you got to meet with the starters, all the bullpen guys, the game planning, that everything that you guys got to do that's beyond what most position players have to do. And that's why I want to talk to you about the bullpen. It was exciting to see a lot of different pitchers emerge who could not only get an out at any point, they could go deeper than 3 outs. It was just interesting to watch the bullpen evolve. Talk about that strategy that you come in, you could get the save, you could get the hold, but and most relievers were going more than 1 inning.
Yeah. I mean, you go back to losing a guy like Mason Miller, like one of the best closers in baseball, right? I think it just kind of turned into their identity down the bullpen, like, all right, we've got to step up. We got to be that next guy that's going to come in the game and give us three plus outs, an inning plus, and all those guys did that. We used the whole bullpen in that second half after Miller left and went to the Padres, and you look at the numbers and it's like we were unbelievable. Every guy stepped up. They were used in different roles. I think we were going more matchup based, just like where we were at in the opponent's lineup and who matched up best against that, and it was dynamic. It's just everybody, like I said, everybody stepped up and everybody performed well.
Now, I remember one of the first times we interviewed you was in the minor leagues, and you were going to the Futures game. That was at Fenway Park, right?
Yeah.
And it was a big deal and everything. So we always knew your speed, your athleticism, your power, that the offense. But what was it like when it really clicked last year and all of a sudden you truly had one of the best second halves in all of baseball? When did it click and what was the feeling like?
Yeah, I think obviously I came back off the IL like a week or two before the All-Star break. So I had the kind of 3-week span where it's almost like you feel disconnected, but you're still connected because you get to come to the home games. But when they're on the road, you're separate from the team, and that wasn't a lot of fun. But it was. I tried to use it as a positive and a time to like reflect on what had happened up to that point in the season, and just using that coming back felt pretty good when I came back, and then got the All-Star break, got the next 4 or 5 days off to rest again, and then pretty soon after the All-Star break, I came back. I felt very confident. I felt good, strong, and things just started to click. And in this game, it's so easy to overthink everything and what you're doing and all that stuff. And it's just sometimes it's better to turn off the brain and just go out and play.
Well, the whole family got hot. Your sister's in the softball World Series. All of a sudden, the ball looked like a beach ball for you at the plate. I mean, everything was going good, and it's just, how do you take that into a full season? Have you thought about that going into 2026?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to bottle that up and bring it every year. But, at the end of the day, it's baseball. You can't control everything, and it feels like the gripper or the tighter you grip the wheel, sometimes you lose control even more. So you do what you can to prepare, control what you can control, and just go out and every day do your best and kind of just leave it between the lines.
Now, I've been able to watch it. I want to know, how does it feel to go from the young guy to now being a leader of the team?
It's interesting. It's interesting. I think I'm the longest tenured A at this point. I've been on the A's the longest, obviously not the most service time, but just kind of like, it's just something that kind of evolves.
You're the dude.
Yeah, it evolves over time, and you kind of just slowly step into that role.
Yeah. Well earned.
Yeah, it's just like, it just goes back to, I feel like controlling what you can control, bringing your best every day, being there for the guys, which kind of falls into the catcher aspect already. It's we're there to serve the pitchers and make them better all around, and that's just what good teams do. They're there for their teammates, and you all bring each other up.
All right. Coolest thing that you did this offseason that's happened to you that has nothing to do with baseball?
Yeah, I mean, the coolest thing has to be my wife is 7 months pregnant. Our first baby's coming in May, and we're having a little baby boy.
It's going to be an interesting May for the
Langeliers.
Langeliers.
It's going to be an interesting May, but we're super excited.
Have it happen at home, and no, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, we saw her with the French Bulldogs, and it's a special time, right? It's like in your life, family, career, it's all kind of coming together.
Yeah, exactly. We're super excited. We can't wait. Very thankful.
And it's a really cool thing to watch someone in your prime. Do you get that feel like I'm in my prime?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to put numbers on it, but I guess people say like 28 to 32 is like the prime years. So kind of entering into that phase of my career and life, and let's see what happens.
Well, we always appreciate the time, and congratulations to you and your wife. It's going to be an outstanding 2026 on and off the field. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in Sacramento.
Awesome. Thank you.
As you get a little older in life, like I have yesterday.
Do you like my card, by the way?
I have to open your card. I was waiting for it today.
Okay.
With you.
You'll like it.
So yesterday was my birthday, but the thing is, you really start to understand where these young men are in their lives. And I'm happy for them, because it is a very, very special time. It's a chaotic time. I look back of when I went through that era in my life and how it changes you forever. And I'm so happy for him because, one, he's been nothing but a good person since he came over from the Atlanta Braves and that Matt Olson trade. And you've now watched him progress as a player. Like, we don't really get to know, not trying to get to know these guys, be their friends off the air, but you get to watch them grow as people. And to see him physically, mentally, where he is in his career, and now about to start a family with his beautiful wife, it's just it's a great time for him. And, at some point in May, he'll leave us for a little bit. And I'm so glad that professional sports realize, because when my grandfather played Major League Baseball, they didn't give you time off. In the 40s and the 50s, they didn't say, yeah, get on the train and go all the way and be with your wife. I mean, if you had a baby during the season, you weren't there. You had to play. So the fact that we allow these guys to do that now and have done it for years, that's the right thing to do. But it is it's a special time for him. It's going to be a big year, expecting a really big year for Shea Langeliers. But he's beaming, right? It's May. Before long, he's going to have his first child. And we always talk about that dad strength, what happens to a player. Life is about to change for him forever in a great way. So he's got an aura. He's got vibes around him that say, look out. Just got to stay healthy. And then Dallaire chimed in with us and made a great point. Talking about preparation that he has to do. I mean, the word preparation is like what we're really looking for here, because he has to prep so much. Now, he's got to be really good at knowing truly what a ball and a strike is. Because I'm wondering, with pitch framing, and these guys have grown to be illusionists, right? To be able to make a ball into a strike. How much do they start buying their own BS? So these catchers have taken a ball that's a little bit outside and brought it back in, and we rate them on how good they are as a pitch framer. I'm really good at making a ball look like a strike. That's a strength for me. Well, now that doesn't matter, because the computer doesn't care that quick what you do with the ball to get it back into it. Doesn't care. A strike's a strike, a ball's a ball. But you now, as a catcher, have to know, is that a strike? Is that a ball? Because as we're seeing in spring training, I mean, just a little bit of the ball has to touch, and it's a strike. Just a little bit. So you got to have some really, really good judgment. And what's going to be so awesome in our game, hopefully it goes our way, is that when you're making this decision, because I don't want pitchers challenging, because pitchers think everything's a strike. I don't blame them. I was the same way. And I stunk, and I thought everything was a strike. Pitchers think everything's a strike, right? So, it's like a golfer. You think, oh, that putt's going in. Nope. You think everything. Catchers have to be it's going to be the next great skill for a catcher, especially when we go to all ABS. And even when we go to all ABS, there's probably going to be, there won't be challenges anymore then. Scratch that. So until we go all ABS, this is going to be the next great skill for a catcher. Does he truly know what a ball is? And does he know what a strike is? Because if you're in the 8th inning, 2 runners on, 1-run game, and you make the wrong call, it could be potentially danger, if not the call that could sink your battleship in that game. So Shea Langeliers now will have the pressure of being in the heat of the moment. Spring training now, it's loosey-goosey. It's fun. Challenge. Umpire turns around. Bozo for the Angels is challenging. It's not what it's going to be like in the 8th, 9th inning. What do you think that's going to be like late in the season, postseason? 7th game of the World Series, you could have a challenge that is huge. It'll be the biggest challenge in the history of the ABS system. There will be challenges in the World Series.
There are people arguing there should have been the challenge system last night in that game. USA and Dominican.
You Dominican. You're just going off FS1's box.
Correct. It happened to, I guess it happened to Soto in the 8th inning too, but the one in the 9th inning, I mean,
you're just going off
low.
You're just going off the TV box. You're going off where the catcher caught it. That's not ABS. Like everybody last night was like, ABS. It's like, God, you guys don't understand how it works. You're going off it based where, and it could have been low, but you're going on. How do you know not any part of that ball where ABS is picking it up? How do you know not one little itty bitty bit of that ball didn't hit the box?
Here it is. We're playing it right now.
You're going off where he caught it.
I saw the little icon at the bottom of the box there. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And
good for, I hadn't even brought up Mason Miller today. Good for you, Mason Miller. Once again, you played for us. We're always going to love you. And Mason Miller.
Here, can we pull in? There you go. See the icon? It's down there underneath the strike zone.
But that's not ABS.
Well, yeah, they don't have it.
That's Fox's box.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Those are not. Umpires have told us, and that's one thing I guess you got to give umpires, is that, boxes are different. For years, when we first started seeing the box, I think we first saw in our neck of the woods, Comcast Sportsnet at the time, before they were switched over to changing to NBC, theirs was different from Fox Sports. Those boxes aren't perfect. And that's, umpires had a legitimate beef with that. Like, you're putting this box on ESPN and it's not perfect. So that pitch, you don't know exactly. Remember, just a little, you're watching the entire baseball, you're watching the catcher catch it and it goes down. Just a little bit of the baseball had to touch the bottom of that box and it's a strike. And you don't know that. But you know what? Either way, stick it, Dominican. As you guys were celebrating one home run like it, Mason Miller, congratulations to him. What a big moment for his career. Root for him for the Padres this year. Mason was great to us. One of the best interviews we ever did was Mason Miller at Fenway Park. He walked, he did the ladder, however you get up to the top of the, can't be a ladder, but however you get to the top of.
There's a staircase.
To the green. It'd have to be. You're not putting all those fans up a ladder. But yeah, he was at the top of he went up to the top of the Green Monster and did the interview with us. It was super cool. So he's sitting up there. I love me some Mason Miller. So what a big moment for him in his career. I mean, these are big moments. And no question, what these moments do is they prepare you for when you're in Julio Rodriguez, the ultimate moment, which is the World Series. You now know what it's like to play in a magnitude, because there was magnitude to that game. Whether it's a glorified exhibition or not, there was supreme magnitude, right? Anytime you have Davis Cup, and I don't even know if they even still do the Davis Cup in tennis. I don't really watch it, but they do the Ryder Cup and President's Cup in golf. They're exhibitions, but they mean a lot because you're wearing your country colors and everything. The magnitude of the event, it prepares you for that time when you do have the ultimate pressure, which is the World Series. I don't think Mason's going to get there with the Padres, but, I was happy for Mason Miller. Grade A, great guy.
He looked good. I mean, a majority of his outs, I believe they were saying like he's faced 11 batters and none of them were strikeouts going into like one of the last at bats. So he's pretty much struck out everyone. He's been unhittable. He's a question in the 8 questions we can ask Johnny from David Schoenfield, friend of the program, ESPN article. I think they're calling it, we're going to call it fair or foul, but I think they call it fact or fiction. But there's a Mason Miller question in there too that we're going to throw Johnny's way.
So a great point by Dallaire with, hey, he's going to getting back to Shea Langeliers, he's going to have to you're going to master this striker ball for the ABS. It's going to be huge. And we may have found a lava lamp.
But do you know someone that has one?
Yeah. And you're meeting with him tomorrow. He's got multiple lava lamps. Yeah, you're in a meeting tomorrow.
Maybe he'll bring it out. Maybe he should bring it out for the meeting.
Do you know how cool it will be if they allow us to decorate the pitching hut?
Well, the Sevy room is what David Force is calling it. The Sevy room.
It's going to be the A's Cast Live room. we got to let us decorate it. Come on. We'll make it a total zen. They're going to get their mojo. They got to allow us in there and spruce it. So we found a lava lamp. You have a diffuser. I mean, the start of the Sevy hut is of decorating it. It's on like Donkey Kong.
I'm sure I can find a Zen garden on Amazon to put in there. My
mother-in-law
has a bunch of sage. She likes to light for good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A diffuser. I don't think we want to be.
Kyrie Irving lights sage before games. Why can't we do it? Why can't baseball players do it?
I like the diffuser.
Yeah, it's easier
because it's always going.
It's safer.
Yeah.
No, we used to have one here in the
essential
studio.
oils. Mark Kotze can go fill it up with the water and put more oil in it.
Just don't do lavender, as you mentioned. It'll put you to sleep.
Lavender's good for you. I like peppermint, keeps you up. This is going great. The start of the season's going great. The ideas are flowing.
Is there anything else? Oh, the fog. Do we need a fog machine? I think a fog machine would be.
I think that room is really too small for a fog machine.
See, Nate has a fog machine.
Nate has a fog machine. Too small. This isn't a rock concert. We're trying to get the guy in a good mood and relaxed.
So you can play the fog machine, and then when Sevy walks out to go pitch the second inning, the fog machine's going like it's an entrance. Just throwing out ideas.
What are we, the Dominican Republic team, and we're celebrating everything?
Just make it like a bigger stage for him.
Hey, fans like the celebrations, though, right?
Yeah, we all do. We complain.
I like celebrations in the biggest moments. One run, I don't know if you know what? I don't love all the players coming out. If you want to celebrate in the dugout, like what's the thing the Red Sox do? They put the guy in the cart and they go down.
Yeah.
And then people put helmets on, and we've done
there's
it for years.
There's a home run coat with the Blue Jays.
I am 100% cool with the Triton that the Mariners have. I'm cool with that. But when everybody's got to come out, they all act like they're taking a photo. It's just like at some point, it's like that's a little tired.
What did we do? What was ours a couple years? Wasn't it the Thor hammer? Then the hammer broke.
We had Riding the Wave.
That was a big one. That was Bassett's thing, right? Wasn't Chris Bassett?
Everybody's got it. Do it in your dugout. It's your dugout. You guys talk about that's your personal, it's your dugout. It's happened in our dugout. Do it in your dugout or at the steps of the dugout. Everybody coming out onto the field. It's just, it's too much.
You're telling me you don't like bench celebrations in the NBA when a guy hits a three and everyone's going nuts?
But that's on their bench.
They're not running on the court.
Fine with that. I'm fine with that. NFL celebrations, everybody's loved the dances and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want the sideline coming onto the field. Like, come on, man. Seriously. And by the way, our cameras are able to get everything you do in the dugout. But now we got to feel like we all got to come out. And that, by the way, that started in college baseball. You watch a college baseball game, it's like Savannah Bananas now. We're becoming more like the Savannah Bananas. Which, hey, it's the entertainment business. I get it. But the problem is, here's the problem. That the players themselves end up don't loving it all. And then you start having issues. Like you think, the fans love when everybody comes out. Like, well, it's after a while, people start getting tired, and that's when you start having beat ball wars. You do it in your dugout, everybody's cool with it. You start bringing everybody out, and you do that. It's a 4-game series, and it's humid, it's hot, and people start getting cranky. Not everybody loves it. But you do it in your dugout, you can do whatever you want. You can do flips in your dugout, but it's in your dugout. You start spilling everybody onto the field, and that's where today, Johnny D, the great Johnny Doskow, will not be doing trivia for the White Sox.
Angels.
Or the Angels. Why do I keep thinking we're playing the White Sox?
That's tomorrow. We already did know your Halos with Johnny before.
Doug DeCenze. No Doug DeCenze questions. No Bobby Gritch. No great Angel. Garrett Anderson.
Oh, we did know your Angels with Chris Carey. Remember, we got some Gene Autry.
Tim Salmon. None of those. Today we have just hardcore baseball questions. Is it like yes or no or agree or disagree? What
fair or foul?
Fair or foul with Johnny D right here on A's Cast Live.
Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 season tickets at the A's ballpark in Las Vegas for just $19.01. The amount honors the founding year of the Athletics franchise in 1901. By joining the priority list, you'll get an early opportunity to grab season tickets before they go on sale to the public, while also supporting youth baseball and softball programs across Southern Nevada. To secure your spot, visit athletics.com/Vegas.
'25 All-Star Brent Rooker joined Towny on A's Cast Live to discuss the special bond in the A's clubhouse.
There really is, and it's developed over the past several years since I've been here in 23. The guys who have kind of been through the rebuild, and a lot of them came to the minor leagues during that time, and got here in 23 or 24 or whatever it was, and it makes coming to work fun when you like the people you work with, when you like the guys that you're hanging out with, because I mean we're together for 8 months. We're together 8 hours or at least 8 hours a day, every single day. So we're hanging out, and it makes it easier to perform, easier to improve, easier to want to show up and grow as an individual and as a group when you like the guys you're doing it with.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletics or listen at athletics.com/A'sCast.
Baseball is back, and big league action has never been more affordable. For a limited time, grab your tickets to see the A's in West Sacramento for just $8. That's right, only $8 for select games this April and May. Catch the showdowns against the Royals, Cardinals, and American League West rivals, the Mariners and the Rangers. Whether it's a midweek getaway or an afternoon at the park, don't miss your chance to see your A's for less than the price of a ballpark snack. Tickets are moving fast. Head to athletics.com, that's athletics.com, to secure your seats today.
The A's YouTube page is your go-to destination for A's video content. Get access to great highlights, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, classic games, A's Cast Live, and more. Visit youtube.com/athletics.
The time is now. Grab your sunglasses, A's gear, and get ready for some fun in the sun. Spring training is back as the Athletics get ready for the 2026 season. Now's the time to make plans to catch us in Mesa, Arizona, and enjoy the sunshine of your family and friends. Grab your tickets for the best seats at the lowest prices as your green and gold take on the Dodgers, Giants, Cubs, Padres, and more at Ho-Ho-Cam Stadium. Don't wait. Get your tickets at athletics.com/spring. That's athletics.com/spring.
Unlock offers and receive exclusive in-game features by downloading the MLB Ballpark app for iPhone and Android today. Plus, get the latest information on game time, schedules, and more.
A's Cast Live continues from the studio. Here's Chris Townsend.
Where's this game today?
I believe it's at Ho-Ho-Cam.
Johnny's at home in Mesa, Arizona. Johnny, how are you? Johnny Doskow.
Happy birthday, buddy. Your birthday just keeps going. It'll go for a few days here. So happy birthday, bud.
I like to think of it as a birthday weekend, extended in, if I can milk it and get any more free golf out of it, I will.
Absolutely. Should go all March.
I'm not afraid to be that guy.
Don't be afraid. No, be that guy. You're more golf. Come on, bro. That's you.
More importantly, how was the trip to see your daughter?
Oh, amazing. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we went for a hike. She almost killed me on the hike. We went to some great dinners. I met her boyfriend for the first time, so that was awesome. It was great. It was just a really good week. We had a really good time. We played a lot of Frisbee. Yeah, so overall it was just phenomenal. She had classes that week, so we'd get a chance to visit after her classes and before her classes, and it was a great trip. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, if a lot of people, what are we talking about? Johnny's daughter goes to the University of Colorado, which could be the most beautiful campus in the United States of America.
It is. It's stunning. It's just it never gets old. You go up on the freeway down, you see yonder the ballpark, the campus. It's ridiculous. So beautiful.
Yeah, walking around in altitudes, because you're hanging out in the desert, and now you go to altitude. Now you know what it's like to be a Colorado Rocky. You're like, whoa, this is a whole different ball game.
Exactly. He was looking back at me when I'm doing the hike. He's looking back at me like, what's wrong with you? I know I'm tired right now. I'm struggling. My ticker's struggling here. Man.
I can't breathe. Breathe. And now you know all these years why the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Avalanche, the Denver Broncos, they've had such a huge advantage. You go up to the mountain and you hit that altitude, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, no question. And my daughter actually ran a marathon in Boulder. That's impressive.
That is super impressive.
Yeah,
all right, today we're not going to make you know your halos.
Oh, man, I prepped for nothing.
No, you did. All right, Bobby Gritch, you win. A lot of people, all the young kids are going, who's Bobby Gritch?
Right, exactly.
Okay. So an article's out on ESPN. David Schoenfield, the friend of the program, does a great job doing baseball. He has written, are these predictions?
Handing out preseason real or not real verdicts to 8 different stars for the 2026 season, Johnny. So I'm just going to ask you a question, and you could tell us fair or foul, meaning fair, yes, it could happen, or foul, no, it won't happen.
Okay.
So easy enough. All right.
Yeah.
All right. First one. Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers will hit 50 home runs and win 20 games this season. Fair or foul?
That is foul.
No chance.
Yeah.
That is foul. That's a crazy prediction. Wow. I don't think that will happen. That's foul.
It's the pitching. There's no chance for the pitching.
Right. Yeah.
He wouldn't even start enough games to get to 20 wins.
I mean, you think he's going to start 30-something games? No chance.
Yeah.
No shot.
Show and Phil put not real, so that's not happening. Okay, second one. Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, the reigning, defending, undisputed AL MVP, will hit 63 home runs and win the Triple Crown. Fair or foul, Johnny?
That is foul because I think Kurtz will have more home runs than Judge this year.
Oh, hot take. That's a hot take.
What about Jacob
Hot take.
Wilson?
Hot take. Well, Monday. Hot take Monday. Yeah.
What about Jacob Wilson winning the batting title?
Fair or foul?
No. Keeping Judge to win the Triple Crown, you got to win the batting title.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. I think I said it last year. I think Kurtz in his career will have a Triple Crown. I believe that.
Hot take.
He said Schoenfield also put not real. Okay, next one. This one's interesting.
This one's real.
Bobby Witt Jr. will record 92 extra base hits playing shortstop. The record is 91 by A-Rod. Fair or foul?
Oh, man. That's a lot of extra base hits. I'm going to say foul, but he's going to come close. He's 89, 88. That's a lot of extra base hits. I'm going to say foul.
He had 88 in 2024, so he has come close. So you're on the right track.
It's a legitimate question. If he has a
legitimate question, good. I'm going foul though. Yeah.
Yeah, Schoenfield says real, so we'll see. But I'm with you. I think he comes close. But
that's the shortstop record.
Yeah, shortstop record.
I wonder what the overall record is for extra base hits in a season. If that's not the record, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is wild.
I mean, Bonds had 73 home runs. How many doubles did Bonds have in that year?
Okay, Johnny, who holds the record for most extra base hits? Spoiler, he leads everything in all-time records in baseball.
It's Tyrus Raymond Cobb?
No.
No.
I would say
he leads everything.
Babe Ruth.
Yes.
119 in 1921.
He's got a lifetime slugging of 690, right? Yeah.
That was the greatest thing about analytics is like a lot of those analytics guys wanted to prove that Babe Ruth wasn't the greatest player of all time. And then all of a sudden they realized, oh, yeah, he does have the best WAR and the best OPS. And
by the way, you said Bonds, and Bonds in 2001 had 107 extra.
I was going to say, when he hit 73 home runs and you have all the doubles that Bonds had, he had to have way more than 93.
Okay, so next one, Johnny. Paul Skeens, the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner. He had an ERA under 2 the last 2 years. Will he have an ERA under 2 again this season?
Fair, yes.
Okay, that's what they say too. They think it's going to be a thing that happens again. As we know, Paul Skeens went 4 1/3 last night in heroic effort for Team USA.
I'm going foul.
I think he's going to be a stinker.
Oh, WBC.
All right.
Rough start. He's going to get litty. He's going to get lit up. And I'm gonna have fun watching. I'm gonna just have fun with Cody. Oh my God! I mean, he'll be blaming
Hot
the
take Monday.
All of a sudden, he's got a 3.5.
Hot take Monday.
WBC. I can't wait. Skeens gets lit up. Livy Dunn, his beautiful girlfriend, Miss Fiore, national champion at LSU. They're like going to her. I don't know what happened to him. She might dump him. I don't know.
Pretty hot take.
Might be a rough year for Skeens. Might be a rough year.
All right, Johnny. Next one. Juan Soto of the New York Mets will have a 40-40 season. That's 40 home runs and 40 steals.
I realize what 40-40 is. I'm going to say foul.
Okay, because
I don't think he'll have the stolen bases. I'm going to say foul.
Schoenfield of ESPN believes it could happen that he could have.
Oh, it could, but I'm saying foul. If you asking me fair or foul, I'm saying foul. Yeah.
You're a Juan Soto guy. Do you think Soto can do 40-40?
I'm going foul.
What do you have?
It'll be close.
He had 43 homers last year. How many steals did he
He's
have
had
last
like
year?
38, 30. He had high.
38. So, yeah,
38.
43 and 30. So
Look at me on my Juan Soto knowledge.
Big Met. That's good. Mets knowledge there. Okay, this one, we're getting closer to ace, a little ace stuff. Former A, Mason Miller, will have a sub-100 batting average allowed as the closer for the Padres this year.
Oh, man. I'm going to say foul because it just takes a couple blow up innings, right? Like I don't think that's I don't think that's I think foul. It's a big tall task right there.
Yeah, according to this, the closest anyone's ever come was Kirby Yates a few years ago. He allowed a 113 average in 2024. So that's the closest we've got.
That's extreme, man. Like that would be one of the greatest seasons in history.
Realize Mason Miller has always had a pretty decent. Let me rephrase that. He's always had kind of a higher ERA.
Because of those blow up innings, exactly. Yep.
His ERAs are 3.78, 2.49, 2.63. He had a 3.76 when he was traded from us. Now he went off in San Diego, 0.77. We have yet to see the incredible, unhittable year. As you said, Johnny, he is prone to some blow up innings. I go foul on that.
He is still, he's obviously elite, but that's too tall of a task for everything.
Yeah, Schoenfield has it as foul as well, saying that sub 100 average, he does get enough strikeouts, but he's just not a lot of. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either. But that'd be incredible if he did have a sub 100 batting average allowed.
And how they use him and how his career in San Diego goes, because there always is, with the WBC, it kind of took that experiment out, but there were a lot of rumors that AJ Preller wanted to turn him into a starter. But with him going to be with the WBC, he was obviously going to be the closer, if not a late inning reliever. So Padres couldn't do that. Would I be shocked if Padres don't get out to a great start? LA is probably going to win the division. Could at some point they say, okay, Mason go up, pitch 3, do a couple outings of 3 innings, then work him up, and at some point, don't be shocked if Mason Miller at some point they try and make him a starting pitcher again.
Yeah, if he has I'll tell you this, if he has a batting average against of under 100, he'll be in the Cy Young talk for sure. I mean that would be unique. Get 51 saves and then a sub 100 batting average against. I mean, in that conversation.
Hey, Johnny, you need to clean your camera.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Let's see if that
looks
like you got like a fog machine going.
All right. I will tighten that up.
All right, next one, Johnny. This is a good one. Nick Kurtz will be the second youngest player to ever hit 50 home runs in a season.
Let's see if that works.
Say it one more time.
Nick Kurtz will be the second youngest player to hit 50 home runs in a season.
Fair.
Well, you did say
is Judge the youngest?
In the article, he's saying Schoenfield says Prince Fielder is the only 23-year-old with a 50 homer season, hitting 50 for the Brewers in 2009. He was born in May, and Kurtz was born in March, making Fielder too much younger than Kurtz.
Huh.
I'm gonna say fair. I think he does have a 50 homer season. Yeah, I'm gonna say fair.
He says 36 home runs in 117 games last year equates to a pace of 49 in a 160-game season. So he has him coming close, but he says not real. But I'm with Johnny. I think it could happen. I'm not being a homer. I think it could happen with no pun intended, but he could be a 50 homer guy.
So wait a minute. You're saying that Schoenfield said if you put the full season for Kurtz last year, he would have been at 49 home runs.
Yeah.
So you guys are going out on a limb saying that, I think it could happen.
I think you might hit
that. You
that.
guys are gutsy on this show. You guys really are like, you're
I'm not
crazy.
I'm not saying it could happen. I'm saying it will happen. I'm saying it will happen.
Well, he did say he had more homers than Judge. And Judge,
we are putting a lot of pressure on this kid, by the way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if Nick Kurtz is listening, Nick, if you go out this year and hit 35 home runs and knock in 110, you're still going to be great and we're still going to love you.
Yeah.
Okay?
No question.
All right, Johnny.
No question.
Last one, and this has to do with the AL East. And no, it's not the Yankees.
Blue Jays?
Junior Caminero of the Tampa Bay Rays will be the youngest player to ever hit 50 home runs in a season.
To ever hit 50?
Yeah.
You're back at the Trop. You're back at the Trop, and that is not the Trop is not for a dome, is not a bandbox.
It's not. And look, it's so many things have to go right for you to hit 50. I'm going to say foul. I think Caminero has 47 or 48. He's going to fall a little short.
He hit 45 last year.
God, you're a buzzkill.
I'm with John. I think he gets close, but I don't think he does it.
I'm saying he does it. I think this kid, like you saw last night, this kid is
special for sure. There's no doubt.
He's got something that, and he's going to become a baseball household name to a lot of people. He's got it. He can play third. I mean, he's got defense. This kid is special. I hope he stays in Tampa for a long time.
They do. Schoenfeld does say that he hit 313 at Steinbrenner Field and only hit 218 on the road. So it'll be interesting to see the return to the Trop, how he does. But
I'm not asking him to win a batting title.
I was asking him to hit 50 homers. Yeah, so he hit 45 last year, the second most ever at that age at age 21, behind Eddie Matthews, 47 for the Brewers in 1953. The most ever by a 22-year-old was 48 by Vladdy Jr. in 2021. So be interesting to see.
A lot of home run questions there.
Yeah, well, that's what the sport loves now.
Hey, can we have a question? Who will put the ball in play the most in 2026?
Jacob Wilson.
Who will put the ball in play the most?
I mean, it's got to be a rise, right?
I just let's get back to, because you know what, Johnny, what we saw some. Were you able to watch the game last night?
Yes, I was. I was watching it. I was at Evan Tepeñan. I watched it where it was the reflection. So Skeens was left-handed. Tatis was left-handed hitter. It was pretty classic. But I did see the game. I did.
Yeah, well, you were at your Oscars party, so you were busy.
Oh, last night?
Yeah, you're at your Oscars party, and in the background you had the baseball game on. Right?
That is I did not see 1 second of the Oscars, truth be told.
He was actually put the game on mute, and he's listening to Farron's broadcast of the game.
Yeah. He was
Farron crushed it, by the way. He and Spilly were on fire. That was great. That was good. Enjoyed those guys.
God, I just telling the joke. I forgot what I was going to say.
But putting the ball in play.
Oh, yeah, putting the ball in play. Johnny, guys have been sent back to minor league camp. When you think of what Bolte did, you've been watching all these games, calling these games.
Yeah.
Leo impressed so much as a 19-year-old. Gage Jump looks like he's ready to be in the rotation. Tommy White really showed why people have loved him for a long time. Just talk about some of these young guys who have gone back to minor league camp that I'm not going to say we're going to see them all in SAC this year, but there's a chance we could see them all in SAC this year.
Yeah, Leo DeVries is funny. I talked to a couple of the A's players today about DeVries, and they were just shaking their head like, we knew he was going to be good, but nothing like this. Just the athleticism, the movement at shortstop, the bat, his presence. He's going to be a special one for sure. And I like talking to teammates about certain guys and shaking their head and saying, wow, like we knew this guy was going to be good, but not this early, right? He's not going to be 20 till October. So that it was impressive. Tommy White too was impressed a lot. Henry Bolte, what can you say, right? We'll see him at some point for sure. We just don't know when, but the bat is real, the speed, the power. Yeah, I think the future is bright for sure. These guys, and they all had those three guys specifically had tremendous springs. So it was a lot of fun to watch.
No Scott Spezio, no Darren Erstad questions today for Know Your Halos.
No, not even one question about the Halos?
No, not one.
We already did this, Johnny.
You're off the hook, Johnny. Have a great broadcast today.
Know Your Halos. I was all ready for Know Your Halos. What a disappointment.
I know.
We put you on the
Troy Percival, K-Rod,
Jared Washburn, John Lackey.
None of it. You don't get any of it.
Gary B. Sarcini.
According to my baseball preview, Sports Weekly, Trout's back. Trout's coming back.
I expect some Know Your Angels, Know Your Halos when the regular season starts.
Suck it, Rally Monkey.
Suck it, Rally Monkey. All right, have a good call today.
All right, thanks, guys. Good to see you.
Great, Johnny Doskow. Who are we going to play right here on our way out?
We will have time to play Jeffrey Springs.
And this is going to be Springsy's last outing of the spring.
It seems like it would be, yes, because our last show's Friday, and our last game's Monday.
And he's starting today.
Yeah, so it'll be our last chance to play him if he pitches again. So
the man on the mound today, the lefty, right here on A's Cast Live.
Springs joins us here on A's Cast, and this is one of the interviews I've really been looking forward to doing this spring training, because when you reflect on a season like last year, when you came over from Tampa over to the Athletics, the big thing for you, can you stay healthy? Can you do a full season? You accomplished all those goals. What was it like this year looking back and reflecting on 2025?
I think there was a lot to take away from 2025. I mean, the big thing, like you mentioned, I wanted to stack innings. I wanted to prove that, I could, take the ball for, the majority of the starts again, and prove that, to myself, but just, obviously to everyone else, because once you miss, significant time like that with TJ, it's, that's the big question that kind of lingers over you. And, besides that, going more in depth, a lot of ups and downs, especially early on in the season, just kind of got away from, I felt like, what I do, like what I need to do to have success, but I was able to go on a decent run, the second half, kind of the halfway point. So definitely a lot to take away, and there was a lot to kind of focus on this all season. Was able to clean up some things. I got in some bad habits, with arm path, coming back from TJ, just because you don't feel right that first year back. But being able to grind through some of those really bad outings and just not feeling the best at times. I was excited the work I was able to put in this offseason and kind of where I'm at coming in compared to last year. I feel like I'm in a much better spot to pitch to my expectations a lot better, not just go out there and put up innings, but put up quality innings now. So I'm excited to get going.
I mean, it says a lot, right? If you're better than where you were last year, that'll be huge. I mean, people need to realize there's not a lot of guys in our sport going 30-plus starts. You had 32 appearances. I really call them 32 starts because there was 2 openers. But you had 30 starts, 171 innings, I think, is the exact number. I mean, that proved a lot, not only to everybody else, a lot to yourself, that you can get back to being the guy you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the goal is you see some of the best in the game are throwing, 180, pushing 200 innings, and that's what you shoot for. That's what you want to do, especially as a starter. We take a lot of pride in taking the ball every 5 days and being able to pitch, into the 6th, 7th inning every time. So I'm looking to just, build off of what I did last year, and then, just better quality outings, not, struggling for a month and a half or whatever it was. Eliminating the bad ones, they're going to happen. It is what it is, but being able to bounce back and be a lot more consistent than I was last year.
And sometimes it's the early part of the game. No rhyme or reason that there can be struggles. I know you had those struggles a little bit early. How much did you think about this offseason and changing that kind of outcome?
Definitely thought about it probably more than I should have, to be honest. But I don't think it was a huge fix other than just maybe pitch selection, the thought process in the first inning. And the stuff wasn't quite what I wanted what it used to be. So, I'm expecting to throw certain kind of pitches, metrically, certain fastballs, and it wasn't there. So wasn't able to pivot off of that and, realize it sooner. But going into this offseason, like I said, I have a better idea of, from usages to just, I dove into, the numbers, why it was the way it was, and have a little bit better game plan going into this year.
So obviously first year of Sacramento, there was a lot of unknowns. How nice is it now heading into 2026?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the unknowns, there's a little bit uncomfortable kind of, things you have to adjust to and get used to. And the more comfortable I feel like we can be, as players, the better success you're going to have, you're going to be able to perform better. And just as a group, I think us knowing how the ballpark plays, what to expect, it's going to help us tremendously just from the jump, just everybody, just having an idea of kind of what we're going into.
So when you showed up last year, these young kids were just trying to figure it out, right? Some of these guys had just a little bit of time in the big leagues. Some of these guys had never even been to the big leagues. Just walking around, and for us being here, it's day one. Just being for you coming in year 2, What's the difference you see in the younger players and the confidence that these kids have?
I mean, you said it best. When you walk in, you can kind of sense it right away. It's not like, you know, hoping to stick or, you know, I'm just kind of like glad to be here, so to speak. It's like, no, there's real expectations.
Yeah.
We expect to win. We expect to win a lot of ball games, and that's kind of the only mindset we have. It's, you know, okay, we did pretty good last year. You know, it's better than the year before for them, but like now it's time to win and, you know, compete for a playoff spot and hopefully play deep into October. It's kind of just the vibe. Nobody really needs to talk about it, or nobody's like saying things about it. It's just, you know, hey, we did pretty good. We're gonna do our best not to lose, you know, a long streak like we did that kind of kept us out of the postseason in July or whenever that was, where we lost all the games in a row. There's kind of like a quiet hunger amongst everybody to show people that, all right, we're ready to play.
Yeah, the bottom line, the atmosphere is different than when you first came here last year.
Absolutely. So there's an expectation. You know, like I said, we had spurts where we were really good and, you know, showed people what we can do. Now that's the expectation, you know, day in and day out.
All right, coolest thing you did this off season that has nothing to do with baseball?
Kind of a boring person.
You had to do something.
First thing that comes to mind, we had like almost record-setting snow right before we came out here. So playing with my son, this will be the second time he's kind of seen snow, but
yeah,
we had almost a foot of snow. So that was fun. I think being able to see him run around and get out there. Now that he's 4 and a little bit older, really enjoyed playing in the snow for a whole weekend. Was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. People were experiencing cold weather and snow that they'd never seen or it hadn't happened in years.
Yeah.
We're like sitting out here in California going, or we're in Arizona now, but for some of us who are back in California, it was like it's 70 degrees, 68, and you guys are dealing with like record cold.
Yeah, it was, you know, normally they say we're going to get snow and ice, and it's like, okay, it'll be, you know, maybe ice, but I think we got 11 inches of like real snow, which was kind of crazy, but it was cool to enjoy playing with him and, you know, getting outside the weekend, and from snowballs to just kind of the whole thing was a lot of fun.
You know, you spent years just thinking about being healthy, rehabbing. Last year you were just able to pitch. And I know we talked about that. That was really big for you. But I'm really excited 2026 for you because now you can really hone in on your craft and really get after it. So when I think of 30-plus starts and probably 180, maybe 200 innings, that excites me. It's got to really excite you.
I mean, that's the goal. Like I said, to make every start, to be pitching meaningful games in September, and, you know, hopefully push 180-plus, you know, innings of quality work. You know, that's the goal for sure, and I'm excited to get going.
We always appreciate the time. We'll see you back in Sacramento.
Thank you.
Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 season tickets at the A's ballpark in Las Vegas for just $19.01. The amount honors the founding year of the Athletics franchise in 1901. By joining the priority list, you'll get an early opportunity to grab season tickets before they go on sale to the public, while also supporting youth baseball and softball programs across Southern Nevada. To secure your spot, visit athletics.com/Vegas.
This has been a presentation of The Athletics.